I don't know why my screen is black now. What? Oh, ooh, there we go. Okay. Is it better now? Can you guys see me at least? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's back up. Okay, cool. All right. I don't know why it did that. I didn't accidentally restart my PC. Just OBS is, I don't know. It's giving me a lot of issues these last couple days. It's been so, I don't know. I've been very annoyed with it. Okay, that's still working. Okay, cool. All right, whatever. All right, you sent your work. This looks like we got kinetic energy and stuff going on. Let's see it. Okay. All right. Okay. Wait. Which one is this for? 48?
This
or 47?
is for 47.
Okay. 2 railroad cars, each of mass 760. Yeah, everyone in the chat saying you have really nice handwriting. Like this looks like really nice work. Yeah, I can like read it, which is great. Amazing for people, because usually no one handwrites anything anymore these days, so handwriting's usually taking a huge L. Okay. 2 railroad cars, each of mass 760 traveling. Oh, dude, why'd they put it in kilometers per hour? That's so rude. In opposite directions, collide head-on and come to rest. How much thermal energy is produced in this collision? Ooh, that's cool. So thermal energy is the change in kinetic energy, right? Which I think you did correctly here, right? So initially, you have kinetic energy from this thing moving to the right, and you have kinetic energy from the train on the right moving to the left. Yeah? And that's 1/2 mv squared, which, good. You had 1/2. You have m. I agree with that. V, you have to convert to meters per second, unfortunately. Did you do that?
I did that, yeah.
Is that the 26.389?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then you need to square that.
Oh, I square it?
Yeah, so it's 1/2 m, and then it's v squared.
Oh.
Right?
All right. Wait, hold on.
Yeah. So that's the only thing I think you're missing. Oh, because do we have the right answers? Do we know what the right answer is?
I don't. No, I don't.
Oh, okay. We can also just ask ChatGPT. It probably has it. This looks like something that's from a standard physics textbook that I know.
No, that's interesting. I can't see.
Well, you can't. What do you mean you can't see?
But it's only me that can on Twitch. Twitch has gone off again for me, but only for me.
Let me check that.
No, it's literally just me. I've just asked, and everyone's like, "It's fine."
Like it's fine. I don't see my broadcast on Twitch. Am I live on Twitch? I don't see it.
I think I did, because in class, my teacher, he was like, it should come out to about 5 million joules.
Okay. That's too funny. Everyone says I look fine on Twitch, but I don't even see myself streaming on Twitch. Oh, no, wait. No, I am streaming. Here we go. It says I'm live. But I don't see where the stream is. Oh, maybe it's... Oh, it works. Oh, there's infinite me's. Okay, cool. All right, we're fine. I'm having such PTSD from yesterday because nothing was working. I was so mad. Okay. So about 5 megajoules. Is that what we get when we use the calculator on this part here? So I do 0.5
million.
Yeah, mega is million.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Mega means times 10 to the 6. And then what was that? 26.389 squared.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and then that times 2. Well, I get like 500k.
Oh.
Oh no. Sorry, I am getting 5 million. You're right. Sorry, I missed a 0. Yeah, that works out.
Why do I have to? Oh, okay. Wait, now I see it now.
Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to move on to 48?
Yes.
All right. 21.7 kilogram child descends down a slide 3.5 meters high and reaches the bottom with a speed of 2.2. How much thermal energy due to friction was generated in this process? Okay. Kind of the same thing. You look at total energy start, total energy at the end, And then you see what the difference between the two is. Oh, interesting. You put a minus here. I guess that works. I usually put the frictional force over here. It's called like frictional work, technically. I usually, because I think of like I think of like the friction due to work got expended at the end, and it's a positive term.
Oh.
It's the same algebraically. Do you see how if I put plus W here
Yeah.
or minus W here, it's the same?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You're okay. I mean, it works both ways.
This is how he taught it to us, though.
Oh, you want to learn like actually how to do it, like just not doing it this way, or does this way make
Or
sense
like,
to you?
this is how he taught it to us in class. So,
Mhm.
if I like write it down on the test that way, I don't know if he's gonna like take points off or something.
Oh, I see. I get. Yeah, I have this with my own class that I'm teaching. In physics, there's so many different ways to do a question that I don't think it's right for any physics teacher to get mad that you did it a slightly different way, because it's not wrong. It's conventions, you know.
Yeah. But
Anyways.
it makes sense like, algebraically.
Good. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, MGY. Right. Does this thing start with any speed? No.
No.
No. Well, they actually don't say that, but they should say starts at rest. I guess it's implied. But okay, minus WF is equal to 1/2 MV squared. Yeah. I mean, that looks all good to me.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you just solve for WF here, which this would be in joules, is what we would say.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Want to go 50? We'll just go 50 through 52. They're kind of fun. These are the level 2 problems. Oh, these are all level 2. Well, the first one was a level 1 problem. Okay, a 145-gram baseball is dropped from a tree 13 meters above the ground. With what speed would it hit the ground if the air resistance could be ignored? If it actually hits the ground with a speed of 8 meters per second, what is the average force of air resistance acted upon it? Okay, cool. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say M is equal to 0.145. Okay, because
Yeah.
this is grams. We want kilograms. And then, yeah, we look at what's happening before, and then we look at what's happening afterwards. So before, this thing is has kinetic it's potential energy. So 0.54 M, G 9.8, and then it has a height of 13 meters. Okay, and then afterwards, once it falls, so here we're gonna say this is like UG, and this is KE. This is equal to 0. Now UG is equal to 0, but KE.
What is? Oh.
This
okay.
is what I call gravitational potential energy. U is usually the thing for potential energy, and then I don't know. I like G. I feel like it's a better way to do it, but might not be.
Okay.
Okay. Good. And then the kinetic energy. Okay, so what speed? So this is gonna be 1/2 0.145 v squared. Yeah. And then we just set these equal to each other. Yeah. Total energy before has to equal total energy afterwards. That's if there's no non-conservative forces like air resistance. Cool. So if I go to my calculator, that's 0.1. And actually, here's a cool thing here. Do you notice something here, Bella, about the mass? And the mass?
What about it?
It cancels out.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have a mass term here and you have a mass term here.
Yeah.
This is actually a very cool thing in physics, which tells us that the mass of the object does not matter
Doesn't matter.
when figuring out how fast something is when it falls. And this is why, for instance, a bowling ball and a feather should technically fall down at the same rate if there wasn't air resistance. Technically, I mean,
Right.
there is air resistance, so the bowling ball gets down there much quicker. But if there wasn't, then we don't care what the mass is. Stuff just falls.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we just need the gravity term. So 9.81 times 13, and then is equal to that 1/2 v squared. So we're just gonna multiply that by 2, and then you're gonna take the square root of that, and that's gonna get you 15.97 meters per second for v final.
Okay.
The other cool thing you learn about this is that V is equal to the square root of 2gh. This is just a handy thing to remember.
wow.
If you ever want to know what the final velocity of something is that's dropped at rest from a height h, it's always square root of 2gh. Yeah.
Is that when you set those two equations equal, or
Exactly.
like, is it in general?
Well, so if you set mgh equal to 1/2 mv squared, you see how the m's cancel?
Yeah.
And you just get, and if you move the 1/2 over, you get that 2gh equals v squared, square root, square root.
Okay.
So it's just a quick shortcut instead of having to write that all out. If you're ever wondering, like, what's the speed of something once it falls from a height h, it's just square root of 2gh. Okay. If it actually hits the ground with a speed of 8 meters per second, what was the average force of air resistance? Okay. So this is where, here we go, 0.145 times, I'm going to just get numbers for the energies real quick, times 13. So this was 18.49 joules happened here, right?
Mhm.
And then afterwards, instead of having the 18.49 because we have like the correct speed, we have 1/2 times 0.145. What's up, Enigma? Haven't seen you in a while, Enigma. What's going on, dog?
Is it the 8?
And this, it is the 8 squared, exactly. Enigma the bot developer. Enigma, I think, still in college. Which, hey, Enigma, did I tell you I'm teaching college kids now? First year college kids, but yeah. People say, is there getting a scratching sound? That's just Bella. Bella has a scratching sound somewhere.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I'm writing on my iPad.
Yeah, that's wait. Why is your iPad scratching? That doesn't sound good.
Oh, it's because of my pen. It's like the
Oh.
nib of this one.
Oh, the nib with one is like done. Oh, you're good. Enigma, I'm teaching physics 5A, which is it's mechanics for pre-meds. So it's algebra-based physics, which I don't know, algebra-based physics, whatever. Okay, so do you see how there's a mismatch here, right? We started with 18.49 joules, but we're going to 4.64. This is why I like to say here that like something's missing, and this is what I would say is like work done to friction. That's why I like to put the plus over there, because I want these two to equal each other. You're right that I could also do this as minus WF, but I don't know. To me, it just makes more sense to put. But okay, whatever. Your teacher likes it over here, though, right? All right, so we'll just leave it.
Yeah.
Okay, the average force of air resistance. Okay, so what we need to remember about work. How do I calculate work? What does work equal to? Besides, like, the things I don't do on the weekend. What is work?
Force times distance.
Good, it's force times distance. Yeah, force times distance. Okay. So, it's the force times the distance that force is applied. And how much distance is that air resistance force applied as this thing falls?
13?
13. Yeah. So this is F times 13. Okay. And then
Okay.
we have the 18.49. And then this is equal to the 4.64. Okay. So now all you got to do, right? Move that over, divide by 13.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we do this, minus 18.49, divide it by negative 13. And then you get the force, I guess, is, what is that? 1.065, or I'll say 1.07. So, F equals 1.07
Yeah.
newtons. Yeah, it does, yeah. Yeah, it's so interesting here, though, because, again, it has to kind of do with the sign things here, because the force being applied by air resistance as this thing like falls down, right?
Mhm.
So the ball's moving this way, like, right? The whatever, yeah. The force is being applied in what direction? Up or down?
Down?
It's being applied up, right? Air resistance is pushing this thing
Oh.
up, right? Yeah. Air resistance isn't forcing it down. Air resistance is trying to keep it up. So technically, the work done by the air resistance is negative. It's F times D. So But I guess this does work out that the force is. This is one of these things in physics where the minus signs can get like tricky because technically the distance is negative, right? Distance is going down, but then the force being applied is positive. Yeah. Anyways, at the end of the day, you just say like, oh hey, the force is this, and it's pointing up because it has to be preventing the ball from falling down really quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Nice. That one's good. Let's see. 51. Ooh, the bouncing ones. These are always fun. Okay. You drop a ball from a height of 2 meters and it bounces back to a height of 1.5 meters. What fraction of its initial energy is lost during the bounce? Okay. Well, hit ball, right? Ball does this. Starts from a height of 2. And then eventually it bounces up to a height of 1.5. Okay. So at the top of its trajectories, the kinetic energy will be 0. And so all we're talking about is potential, right?
Right.
So this would be mg times 2 right here.
Yeah.
And then here it's going to be mg times 1.5, all right?
Okay.
So if you want to look at the fraction of the energy that was lost, right? You're just going to do 1.5 mg. Or here's what you do. You're going to do 2 mgs minus 1.5 mgs over 2 mgs. So this is how much it was lost, right? From this to this.
Yeah.
And then you're dividing by the starting amount that you had. Because they said the fraction of its initial energy. So its initial energy is 2 mg. And the amount it loses is then going to be equal to 0.5 mg. And then 0.5 mg over 2 mg. This cancels, and you should get, what is that, a quarter? Yeah. 25%. Yeah? I think that seems right. Yeah. Okay, cool. What is the ball's speed just as it leaves the ground after the bounce? Okay, cool. So now here, right, you have to say that the energy and the kinetic energy here is not equal to 2 mg, it's equal to 1.5 mg. Because we assume that it loses the energy in between hitting the ground and bouncing back up. So I'm going to say that 1.5 mg is equal to 1/2 mv squared. And look again, do you see how the mass goes away?
Yeah.
We don't need the mass of this ball. That goes away. Multiply through. You get that 3g is equal to v squared. So v is equal to the square root of 3g. Which, I don't know what that is. What's the square root of 3g? 3g, that's when I was in... Was that college? When did 3G come out? You guys all have like 5G now, right? I remember when like 3G was like the big hype thing. One sec, I'm just for my own nostalgia's sake. Sorry. 3G internet on the phone. When was 3G internet? Early 2000s. Yeah, I remember this. You know why? Because there was the iPhone 3G. This was like a big thing when it came out. Yeah. They were like, oh, the iPhone now has 3G. It was called the iPhone 3G. Yeah. Which, I'm curious when this thing came out. One sec. Yeah, this came out in 2008. Yep, I had just graduated high school. That makes sense. I remember now. 16 years ago. Oh, dear. Getting old. Getting fucking old. God damn. Okay. All right. Part C. Oh, where did the energy go? Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, we got the velocity here, right? That's meters per second. The energy went into... I mean, you can say friction. You could say it also went into thermal energy associated with deforming the ball. So when the ball bounces, there's some like physical deformation to the material. And that causes, that requires energy. That absorbs energy, yeah. Cool. All right, one more. Let's do it. 52. Well, I like the crates. It's funny. This is giving me ideas for what I have to start teaching in 2 weeks. We just did 1D motion with the class. So I have to do like velocity and time graphs tomorrow. Have you done this before, Bella? Have you done velocity position graphs? Yeah. This class just started last week. Yeah. Are you in AP Physics, Bella? I forget.
No, I'm in honors.
Oh, okay. You could probably take AP, or at least AP Physics 1 or something. Get some credit for this, no?
That's scary.
It's scary. It's okay. It's not that bad.
The AP
It actually is like one of the hardest AP exams. If you look at grade-wise distribution, AP Physics is like one of the worst. It's one of the worst. Yeah.
My teacher, he purposefully he makes the whole class harder for AP kids so that they fail because they're supposed to fail apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you get like a 50 or something on the exam, you still get a 5 or something. It's ridiculous. It's pretty demoralizing, honestly. But okay, 15 meters, no friction, and then for the next 15 meters, there is a coefficient of friction. What is the final speed of the box? And we're gonna say mu k is equal to 0.3. Okay. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so have you learned the work energy theorem?
What is that?
So work net is equal to change in kinetic energy.
Oh yeah.
So this means the net amount of work done on an object by all the forces. So this can be pulling forces, which are increasing it. You have frictional forces that are probably decreasing it. You can have gravitational forces doing things too. But the net work, which is the sum of all the forces on this thing times where it's going, is equal to the change in the kinetic energy. Okay?
Okay.
So, I like to break this out into little sections. I'm going to call this section 1, and then I'm going to call this section 2, because there's 2 different things happening. So let's look strictly at section 1 and think about all the forces that are acting on this. This is high school physics. Your local Walgreens, it is. Yeah. Bella, what, you in 11th grade? 12th? What grade is this?
12.
This is 12th grade, yeah. Honors physics. So we have the force of gravity also pointing down and the normal force, but I actually don't really care about these forces yet because they don't really do anything compared to the distance. Right, because work is about the distance that something is traveling, and distance is only left and right at this point, so we don't really care about the works. What's up, Zigzag? Okay, so the net work for section 1 is going to equal to the net force acting on it, which is just 350, times the distance that it's traveling, which is 15 meters. Okay. So that's going to be equal to let's pull our calculator up. So 350 times 15, 5250 joules. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now let's go to station number 2. And then we're just going to add up all the networks. And then we'll get a change in kinetic energy. Okay. Here, things are a little bit different. Okay? Because in addition to having the 350 newtons to the right, I also have a frictional force, which is trying to pull it back. And that's going to be to the left, okay?
Okay.
So, do you know how to calculate how much that frictional force is?
I forgot the formula.
It's okay. So I call this FS. I think we call this FK because it's kinetic friction. If something's moving, then it's going to be kinetic friction. Claire says, can you recommend a good book about physics? I like John Coley. They're my favorite. One second, let me get them. John Coley Physics, the 7th edition or whatever. You can find PDFs on this for free. Look, you literally just click on this and you just go to Google. There's so many, but this is a really good PDF. If you want to join our Discord and stuff, I can give you the PDF. Just DM me. But yeah. Okay. So the kinetic friction here
Mm-hmm.
is going to be equal to mu k Fn. Okay?
Okay.
Where Fn is the normal force. And so if this is the force of gravity, which is equal to mg, which is 110 times 9.8, then this will be the normal force, which is equal to this, which is going to be 110 times 9.8. The only time this will change is if this force being applied, like the pulling force, is at like an angle. If that force is at an angle, then the normal force actually becomes less because part of this pulling force is up, and you don't need as much normal force to fight the gravity force. That's what they'll do to trick you next. Yeah. Yeah, it can get tricky sometimes. But okay. So this is equal to 0.3, and then the normal force is 110 times 9.8. So let's get a number for that. So where's my calculator? 110.
Oh wait, it gave me the coefficient?
Yeah, they said it was 0.3.
Oh, okay.
I think they did, didn't they? 323.4. Oh, it's almost like enough to stop it. That'd be bad. Yeah, they gave us that the coefficient was 0.3.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if we now calculate the net work being done here, okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be the net force, which will be equal to the 350 minus the 323.4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then that's times the same distance, which is 15 meters. Okay.
Okay.
Because technically what's happening is the pulling force is doing positive work, pulling it to the right. The frictional force is doing negative work, trying to pull it back. Because the distance this thing moves and the force that friction applies are in opposite directions. So, do 350 minus that thing times 15. And that gets us 399 joules. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you can see a lot less work is done in this second part with the friction. All right. So then we say W net total is equal to 5250 plus 399. And that's equal to 5649. And then that has to be equal to the change in the kinetic energy. Okay?
Okay.
Now, change in kinetic energy, right? This is the same thing as kinetic energy final minus kinetic energy initial. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's what delta means. Delta means like take the final thing and subtract it from the initial thing.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So kinetic energy is always 1/2 mv squared, but now this will be mv final squared minus 1/2 mv initial squared. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We know this thing starts at rest, so v initial is 0. Don't need this. We know the mass of this thing was at 110. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So now we can solve for VF. So now we have 5649 is equal to 1/2 110 VF squared. I'm going to do some calculator stuff. So that number times 2 divided by 110 to the 0.5 power, the same thing as square rooting. You get 10.13 meters per second. Yeah. Cool. Does that make sense? Yeah? How we did all this one?
Yeah.
It's kind of a long one, but yeah. Nice. Okay. Yay. Good job, Bella. Yeah, you know physics now. Yeah, you're more than welcome. Always, yeah, come by whenever you got questions, especially with physics. Like, I love teaching physics, and it also does me an advantage because I'm going to have to teach this again next week anyways to students. So, I like the warm up. Cool. Nice.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Let's see. Someone put something in. Oh, otherwise. What's up, otherwise? Yeah, what's up, Equity? Equity, you submitted a bunch of SAT stuff too, yeah? Right? Got a bunch of SAT stuff to do today? Yes. Yeah, otherwise, I see yours. I got yours. I see yours right here. This is your question? I see it, yeah. Let me help out a couple more students, or let me help out one or two that submitted stuff earlier today, real quick.
Is this Hungarian? No, it's Scottish.
Stad Skorske Tajet. Dude, what the hell is. Dude, what language is that in, dog?
Scottish, literally.
It's so funny that Scottish is actually a language, but like it's never offered to like be taught anywhere, right?
Well, it's in Scotland.
Yeah.
Actually, interestingly enough, there are more Gaelic speakers outside of Scotland than there are
Oh, I
inside
believe
of
that.
Scotland, so.
Yeah, I believe that for sure. Yeah. You know, it's funny.
Basically, the English killed half of us off, and then we all fractured across the world.
Yeah,
so.
that's the diaspora thing, right? I think there are more Polish people in Chicago than there are in actually in Poland or something. There's some funny stat about that.
Running away from fascist governments. I'll do.
Yeah, I'll do it. Okay, yeah, equity here. Let me help you out with one of your SAT questions or PSAT. Okay. Yeah, for everyone else watching, this is great. This is a good way to. So the PSAT is offered in high school typically, and it's actually used for scholarships. So you do want to do well on it. I know it's called a practice SAT, but it is useful to. I wish I took it seriously. I didn't in high school. I kind of like just joked around with it. I was like, yeah, whatever. And then I didn't realize it's the whole metric for National Merit Scholar and stuff. So for those that don't know, yeah, pay attention on the PSAT. Hey, what's up,
Apparently,
Raven?
Shantrix thinks I'm a liar.
Oh, Shantrix says you think you're a liar.
Apparently, Shantrix thinks I'm a liar. I've never lied in my life.
He's an honest man. Illogical says, how much of physics can be internalized by self-study? I think you can learn anything with self-study. Besides maybe like a language. Languages, you kind of need to talk to other people to really like understand practically how to use them. But yeah, you can totally self-study physics if you want. There's so many resources. You guys have like YouTube and everything. The Feynman lectures are really good too. Those are some good ones. Maria said, I did terrible on the PSAT. I'm taking the real thing in a week. The real SAT or the real PSAT? Anyways, this is a good. Oh, the real SAT. Okay. Well, here, this will be a good practice for you too, Maria. I'll show some tricks for it. Equity. How long does it take to vote? That depends on the election. It can take like 2 minutes if you just drop a ballot off, or it can take like 3 hours if you wait in line. Okay. A and B are positive constants. The sum of the solutions to the given equation is k equals 4a plus b, where k is constant. What is the value of k? Oh, interesting. You can definitely mail it in some states, although they're trying to get rid of that, unfortunately. Something like, yeah. How long does it take to vote for president? Again, if you mail it in, it takes like 2 minutes. If you go sit in a poll line to do it by hand, which I did, because I don't know. I think there's something cool with like actually going to a center and voting. Depends on the time of day you go. I usually, I don't work normal hours, so I could go like during whenever, and the line wasn't that bad. I haven't filed my taxes yet either, Logica. I'm really not looking forward to that. Okay. A and B are positive constants. The sum of the solutions is that you know what this is? This is this a completing the square question? I feel like this is people always yelling at me about completing the square. Being like, why do you need completing the squared? Right, maybe here, dog. Oh, Endar says there's a trick on this. For ax squared plus bx plus c, the sum is b over a and the product is c divided by a. It's called Vietta's theorem. That is annoying. Because I don't think, and again, this is why I don't really like the SAT, because I don't even know this theorem. And I've been teaching math for like almost 2 decades at this point. I've heard of it, but do I remember it? No. It's not a very practical thing. But yes, maybe this is one of these. Also, this is question number 27, which is one of the later ones. And these are meant to be really tricky. And these kind of determine whether you get like a 700 or an 800. It's like that last quartile is all like just the last 2 or 3 questions. But yeah, we could do this with the quadratic. Let's just try it. Okay, so I know x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. Let's just see what happens all over 2a. Maybe there's something nice. Okay, so negative b, sorry, 16a plus 4b, because the minus cancels out with the minus. And then we're going to say plus or minus the square root. So then this is 16a plus 4b squared minus 4 times 64 times AB all over 2A. So 2 times 64 is 128. Okay. Is this supposed to be difficult? It is supposed to be difficult, yeah. And I mean, it is a little time consuming. I'll give you that for sure. I think that's what Endar was saying. I don't know those things off the top of my head, so I'm going to show how you can do it if you don't know those things. So, okay.
Nice.
This is going to sorry. This is going to end up being inside here. Let's just do that real quick. So this is a binomial squared. So this is 16 squared a squared plus 16b squared plus 128 ab, okay? Because it's 2 times 16 times 4 times a times b. 16 times 4 is 64. You should know that one. You do get a calc, but this is algebraic that you have to do. Okay, cool. And then this is minus 4 times 64, which something you should notice here, right? 4 times 64 is the same thing as 2 times 2 times 64, which is the same thing as 2 times 128. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to say minus 2 times 128 AB, okay? The reason I did that is because I have a single 128B minus 2 128 ABs. So that's going to give me negative 128 ABs. So this would be 16. 16 squared is also 256. Plus 16B squared. And this is going to be minus 128 AB. Yeah, just don't spend too much time. So we're going to try to show you some tricks. This is supposed to be one of the last questions probably in the PSAT, honestly. Okay. And then this is all square rooted, right? So what you can do is you could pull a 16 out of this whole thing. These are all nice powers of 2. This, again, is 16 times 16. This is 16 times 1. And then this is 16 times 8. All right? So if I pull a 16 out, which under a square root pulls out a 4 from the whole thing, this is 4 root 16a squared plus b squared minus 8ab. Okay? Which, wow, that is kind of a mess, man. Is that even... I wish that was... I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, this does work. Okay, this is cool. This is a perfect square trinomial, I believe. I think this is 4a minus b squared, right? Because look, 16a squared, b squared, and then 2 times 4 times a times b, that's minus 8ab. So this whole thing is this. Okay, cool. And then the square root of something squared, this goes away. Okay. So, we have 16a plus 4b plus or minus 4a minus b all over 128. Cool. Do you see how this is the same thing as this, too? So now you have 16a plus 4b plus or minus, and then it's 16a minus 4b over 128. Cool. So if you add them, and then there was some weird form of the solution they wanted here, right? What do they want? They said the sum of the solutions is k times 4a plus b. 4a plus b. Oh, okay. So let's keep things in terms of 4a plus b. I'm going to rewrite this as 4 times 4a plus b plus or minus 4 times 4a minus b. Don't lose my 128. Thank you. Over 128. Okay. Oh, I guess not. Yeah, the issue is that this has a minus on it. That's gross. Never mind. Okay, let's just get our 2 selections. Okay. x1 is equal to 32a over 128, right? Because the 4b and the minus 4b cancel. And then x2 is going to be 8b over 128. Okay? So the sum of the solutions is 32a plus 8b all over 128, which they wanted us to pull out a 4 from this, right? So that's the same thing as, so we're going to pull an 8 out. So 8 times 4a plus b all over 128. So then 8 over 128 is that k out front. Was k a whole number? No, right? What is the value of k? Yeah, okay, wow. So the value of k is 8 over 128, which is equal to... I do stats. Yeah, you can totally ask stats problems. I like stats. Stats is great. What is that? That's 4 and 64, 2 and 32, 1/16. Yeah? Okay, cool. The answer to that one is 1/16. Wow, that is a bitch of a fucking problem, dude. What? How much did I get on my SAT? I only took it once, and I didn't really take it that seriously. I got a 1420. I was already guaranteed admission to University of Texas because I was the top 3% of my class. So they didn't really even care about my SAT. But I did take it just for the flex. But I got, yeah, a 1420. I got a 700 on the English. I should have gotten higher in the math, honestly. I was kind of mad I only got a 720 on the math. I should have gotten like an 800, honestly. But I got lost after you put it in quadratic form. What's up, Ethan? Good to see you. Your audio's kind of cutting. Your audio's kind of cutting in and out, Ethan.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe check
Can
your
you hear me?
Try it again. It's a little choppy. Why does Ethan sound like a robot? Yeah, I know. It's probably his internet connection. Yeah, Maria, it's totally okay. Yeah. I understand. So, this was the first step. This kind of sucks. There's a lot of algebra here. A lot of fast algebra you have to do in your head. This one, for instance, is the whole thing when you have a plus b squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Is there a faster way? There is. So apparently there is using Vietta's theorem. That's the faster way. This is the way to do it, like, completely. If you want to use Vietta's theorem, let's go find it. That's annoying though, because I don't know if that you were really supposed to know that. Here we go. And honestly, this is what the SAT and the PSAT really tests, is, especially in these later questions, is just, do you just know the tricks? Okay? So here's what they say, is that the sum of the solutions is equal to the negative of the b constant divided by a. So that would be negative of negative, so that's just going to be 16a plus 4b all over a, which in this case is 64. So if we pull that out, that's 4 times 4a plus b over 64. And now you instantly have 1 over 16. See how that becomes like a 6-second question if you know this theorem. But to be honest, I wouldn't have known that one. You need help on word problems? Yeah, please submit a screenshot and we'll go through them. Have you submitted one, Maria? The way to do it is to go to our website So if you go to www.actualdiscord.com/submit. Yeah, right here. There's a little thing here. You just put your name. Be like, you know, hi, I'm Maria or something. I don't know. And then attach a screenshot of what you got and just upload. And then we'll go over it live on the stream for you if you want.
How's my mic?
Your mic is much better, Ethan. Good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for the disruptance there.
It's okay, dude.
Just came back in saying how like school's actually been doing great right now.
Nice. I'm glad school's going well for you, dude. That's good to hear.
Oh, you know, I'm getting near the end of the year now. I'm almost done.
You're a senior, right? This is your senior year?
Yes, it is my senior year.
Okay.
But with that, still comes in some final tests of the year and of high school, of course.
Yeah, you got some exit exams. You got like anything like going for college? So for those that don't know on the stream, Ethan's been a longtime student in our Discord, and he lives in Belize. He lives in Belize. Better Belize it. Yeah, we teach students all over the world. But go on, Ethan. What's up? What's up with your end of the year exams?
Well, it's not. I wasn't here to talk about that, mate. But I'm kind of worried as when I look in the in these exams, they literally cover topics that not even I have been taught yet, and I have to teach them, and I have to teach myself these ones. Like I know I've been helping out myself for the majority of this high school, but this one, especially in like 3 weeks, I do not know how I'll pass these exams.
Okay. Well, you know, best to see like what's on the exam, and then you come up with some study sheets and stuff to do it.
Okay. Well, that's not the main focus I have right now. I will worry about that during heat. But the main focus on hand right now is that I took like a physics test like last week.
Yeah, how'd it go?
2 weeks ago. Last week. Okay, that thing did not work out the way I thought it would have.
Why? What happened?
I got a literal 70 flat.
Oh no!
Surprise, motherfucker!
My bad. But yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay, dude. It happens sometimes, man.
Look, and the teacher wants me to do corrections based on that test, and they're like 2 short answer questions where I just did not even understand the full thing, like straight up.
Well then, yeah, submit a screenshot. We'll go over them on the stream here if you want to do that. I'm looking for Otherwish. Where's Otherwise? Otherwise, your question got submitted. Are you still in the chat?
Yeah. So can you do the 2 short answer questions?
I totally can. Yeah, just submit a screenshot. I'll do them.
When will you switch? When we get off? Like 6 or?
Another hour. I'll stream for another hour at least. Wow.
All right, I'll show you.
Yeah. Maria said, "Did she submit?" I didn't see it yet. Oh, not yet. I saw something from this from Otherwise. Tell me a calculus. Dude, what's up, Dr. Pickle Juice? What's up, big dog, Dr. Pickle Juice? I don't see your question yet, Maria. If you want to like, it should go through because I had a couple people submit questions today. Dr. Gold x Mr. Worldwide. Yeah, I have this question also that got submitted from Otherwise. Otherwise, where you at? I know you were in the chat here earlier. Wasn't Otherwise here? That was Enigma.
Tell me a calculus problem random. Speak English, you do, yes?
Yes. Oh, must be Otherwise. That's him. Oh, he's right here. Okay, cool. What's up, Otherwise? Which one do you want me to go through? This one or this one? Find the derivative of x to the x.
Surprise, motherfucker!
That's about to hurt, dog. Sorry, must be Otherwise is your name. Yeah.
The answer is 1.
The answer is 1. Is the derivative of x to the x actually equal to 1? Is it?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Dr. Pickle Juice, what's your favorite brand of pickles? Meter stick question. Okay, cool. So wait, is this the meter stick question? No, this is not the meter stick question. Okay, this is the... Okay. A meter stick freely pivots about the 25 centimeter mark. The frequency of small oscillations is F. Find the moment of inertia using the parallel axis theorem. Beware that F is equal to omega over 2 pi. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. So... I think what we have here is... Well, here's a good question. About the 25 meter mark, are they telling me that this is it? Like, sorry, the 25 centimeters? Is this distance 0.25 meters? I assume that's what we're talking about, right? It's not 1. Yeah. Okay. It says, find the moment of inertia with respect to pivot point using the parallel axis theorem. So parallel axis theorem means that if I know the moment of inertia of something, and then around a certain axis, but then I move that axis a little bit, I just have to add mr squared to it. Yeah. So here for a little, was it parallel axis theorem? Just to show you guys how this works. Oh, I love this guy, Flipping Physics. Actually, I kind of worked with him before with things. But yeah, this is what they talk about. So yeah, the moment of inertia of something is equal to what the moment of inertia would have been going through the center of mass to plus mr squared, which is the amount it's shifted. I assume what they're talking about is usually if you just have a meter stick being a pendulum, then this would be the pivot point, right? It would be the end of it. And there is an associated equation with that. So let's look up. It's moment of inertia pendulum. What level is this? Good question. Do they really want me to do... Dude, that sucks. Really? Excuse me? Is it really that complicated? I don't want to do that. That's like differential equations. I don't want to have... That's some serious things going on. One sec. Let me grab this. Yeah, it's a good question here. Is differential equations hard? It's not. It just requires a whole other set of me doing different math things to solve things. Because you can do for a torsion pendulum. I don't think I want a torsion pendulum. What's going on here? Where it's just like a regular stick. I think that's all it really needs, a regular ass stick. Oh, you're clicking the button, but it won't click? Oh, no. So what should happen if it does work? Here. If you... So maybe make sure there's not like a space after your name. Let's say like Maria Test. And you choose a file here. And you hit upload. It should tell you was submitted successfully. And then we'll get something in there. That should happen. Sorry, let me get the moment of inertia for pendulum. Oh, I see. These are the important ones, so let's put them up for here real quick. Oh, try your school computer. Okay, yeah, try that. Okay. This is parallel axis theorem, which is important, and then this is the moment of inertia for different shapes. Okay, so we could do a rod about its end, or we could do a rod about the center. It honestly doesn't matter. Right? And then, okay. I think I want to do it around the rod's end, is what I want to do. Okay. So, can you just use angular momentum? Okay, so here's what usually it is. So omega for a pendulum is usually equal to the square root of square root of g over L, I think is what it is. Right? Yeah. This is equal to omega. And whenever you you do for a pendulum that's like, this is for an ideal like massless pendulum. If you have a pendulum that has mass and inertia, this is equal to mgd over I. This is the equation that comes out. Okay. So I think we're going to do it about a rod at its so we have to do, this is I in this case, which will be I center of mass plus mr squared. Okay. So if we want to do around the center of mass, that's at the center here. And so that I cm is equal to 1/12 m, which is the mass of the meter stick, and then L squared. Okay, and L in this case is 1 meter because it's a meter stick. Ooh, I think I got your submission, Maria. Now, if we're moving it to the 0.25 centimeter mark, right? Now I have to add an additional big M, and then times the amount that moved, which is going to be 1/4 squared. Okay. So now I have 1/12 M plus 1/16 M. And that's kind of messy, right? What is that? What are the factors of 12 and 16? Oh, I can do 48, right? This is 4 over 48 M plus 3 over 48 M. So that's equal to 7 over 48 M. Okay? Now that I know that, I can plug that into this equation here. So this is equal to square root mg. D again is 1 meter. And then I here is 7 over 48 M. M's cancel. And you should just be equal to the square root. And sorry, they want the frequency in hertz. Okay, so once we get omega, we're going to do 2 pi f. So this is square root of g over 7 over 48. So 9.8 divided by 7 divided by 48. And then we're going to square root that. And that's going to get me 8.2. Okay. Okay. And then if that's omega, let's make sure I did this right. I'm pretty sure I did. Right? 3 over 48, 4 over 48, 7 over 48, yeah. And actually, one sec. I need to make sure this distance here is correct. Frequency of oscillation for pendulum. Oh. Okay, never mind. One sec. I got a different equation here. Sorry, D refers to the distance from the pivot point to the center of mass. Uh-huh. Wow, that's cool how that comes out. Yeah, here we go. I don't like this question either. It's okay. This happens sometimes, dude. I'm just going to give you all the information you need, though, okay? Okay, so this is also important. So omega, which is 2 pi f, okay? This is omega, is equal to mg. L is the distance from the pivot point to the center of gravity from the pendulum. So that's actually 0.25. That's not 1. I had that wrong. This is 1/4, okay? which a quarter with a square root is just going to pull out a 1/2. So this equals 4.1. Okay, this is 4.1 rads per second. And then we're going to divide that by 2 pi to get frequency. Okay. So divide by 2. Divide by 2 pi. So you should get 0.65 hertz. Yeah? Did that work out? 0.65 hertz? Let's check that out. 0.653 if they really want to be mean. I hate mastering physics. Sucks. Makes me cry. But yeah, check that. See if it's point. Is this A level? I don't. This is probably close to A level. Okay, Maria, I got your question too, and I got a bunch. There you go. There you go, Maria. I got yours in. Can you zoom in so you see the work? Yeah. You know, here's what I'm going to do for you, actually. Let me just download this. And then I'm going to post it in the stage chat. And then it's there. But there's also that. This is physics. This is college physics is what this is, I believe. So, but here, can you take my SAT? Unfortunately not. Here. Let me help you out with this one, Maria. Okay, says, and then here, let me make sure that, TikTok doesn't crash on me, because they're being mean with like me having to be like active and like click a button every hour. It's so annoying. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. I need to. Oh no. Oh no. Which of these has hoops? Is used in hoops. That one. Which of these objects can be closed? An umbrella. An umbrella. Can you close a book? You can close a book. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Dude, what? Which of these is used in sun protection? Bro, these are nuts. A hat and a hat. A pineapple and a guitar. Oh, we got it. Okay, good. We're good. We're good for another hour. Dude, oh my god, that was nerve-wracking. I'm telling you, man, dude, those TikTok captchas don't fuck around, dude. Okay. Alright, Maria. Here, let's do this. On a test, all right answers are worth the same number of points, and all wrong answers are worth the same number of points. The equation 25C minus 20W equals 400 represents the number of right answers C and the number of wrong answers W a student had on a test when the student earned a total of 400 points. The point value of a right answer is how much more than the point value of a wrong answer? Oh, that's kind of cool. It's kind of weird, actually. Wait, what? All right answers are worth the same, and all wrong answers... Oh, all of them are worth this. Okay, so right answers are not worth the same as wrong answers. But all of the right answers are worth the same amount as all of the wrong answers. Yeah. Oh, you got that otherwise?
My man!
Okay. Okay. So what? 25C minus 20W equals 400. The point value of a right answer is how much more than the point value of a wrong answer? Okay. And this is like the number of questions. I believe the answer is just 45, but lobotomy would be nice. Yeah, just nice dreams for the rest of life. So this is the number of questions that are wrong. So the point value of a right answer, well, that's plus 25 if you get it right. And then it's minus 20 if you get it wrong. So the difference between these two is 25 minus negative 20, which is equal to 45. So that should be answer choice C, I believe. So do you see how correct answers are worth positive 25? Wrong answers are worth negative 20. This thing is 45 higher than this thing. So I believe that's how that works. Oh, wow. Someone submitted like an algorithm question. Yeah, no, it's okay. I mean, this was kind of a weird thing that they gave to you. Also, as just a little hint, okay? The SAT is adaptive, which means the earlier numbered questions are going to be easier. So if this is only question number 10, don't try to psych yourself out too much on it, because it's not supposed to be that difficult. However, for instance, when we were doing equities question earlier, where was equities? Yeah. Where did we do equities question? Wasn't this one? Oh, I could have sworn we did it somewhere. Oh, those are ugly things, but that's Riemann zeta functions. The apples. Okay, here we go. Wait, where did we just do equities? I swore we did it somewhere. Was it here? Oh, it was here. Yeah. Yeah, this question was number 27. If it's number 27 on the SAT, that's supposed to be a difficult one. So if it looks like it's going to be a lot of work for 27, it probably is. Unless, again, you know Vietta's theorem. And then, like, it's very easy to do. You hate math? No, it's okay. You just don't understand how much you love math yet. That's what I would say. But here, Maria, I'll do your other one. Just because we have you here. Which I think is... what's up, Chantrix? Yes, and Chantrix, I'll get to yours, too. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got what we're doing today. We'll get them. Okay. Nails are sold in 8-ounce and 20-ounce boxes. If 50 boxes of nails were sold and the total weight of nails sold was less than 600 ounces, what is the greatest number of 20-ounce boxes that could have been sold? I get it. There's a lot of word things here, right? Yeah. Okay. So, nails are... I like to highlight stuff. I'm going to be like, cool. We got 8-ounce and 20-ounce boxes, okay? So I'm going to assign variables to things just right off the bat. I'm not even going to read the question. I'm just going to assign variables. I'm going to say X is equal to the 8-ounce boxes. Bro, it's too many words. Can math just be math? I know. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's... Well, I mean, here's the reason why. It's because the real world is not just math. The real world is explained in words. And it is actually a pretty good skill to take real world stuff that's explained in words and be able to create math expressions with numbers. Because then once you got it in the math expressions form, like in the equation form, you can just solve it. It's easy. The real world is math, right? But it's not just numbers. We communicate in words. What does AI communicate in? Isn't there some like weird language they use that we don't understand, but they do? What's it called? You object to my earlier answer? Sorry, this one? Which one do you object to, Jeff? This one or the pendulum? Or was it Vietta's? Or was it this one? Was it the pendulum? Well, yes. Don't say yes, that one. God damn it. $25C minus 20W equals 400. 5C minus 4W equals 80. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maria, I could be wrong with this. One sec. Oh. Okay. I actually kind of like this. Yeah, sorry. Let's go. Let's roll back, Maria, because sometimes I make mistakes. I might have made a mistake right here. Okay. 25C minus 20W equals 400. Okay. I think I see where he's coming from this. This is actually kind of cool. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna divide all the sides here by 5. Okay. So 5 correct minus 4 wrong is equal to 80. Just write C is W plus N. Yeah, sure. Okay. So you want me to move this over? Because we want to know the point value of a right answer is how much more than the point of a wrong answer. Okay. So 5C is equal to 4W plus 80. So 5 correct answers is equal to 4 wrong answers plus 80. Is that what we're saying? Does that mean that... Oh, okay, so here's an interesting thing. All right, Maria, watch this. So if this is 4 wrong answers, then this must be plus 1 more wrong answer to get me 5 wrong answers. And then in that case, 5 correct answers and 5 wrong answers. Dude, oh, this is so messy, dude. What? Wait, I don't even understand. Sorry, this is confusing. Sorry. You want C minus W. Wait. 80 is the difference amongst 5 of them. Yeah, I agree. Well, this is a poorly written question, honestly. It's just I agree why this one is confusing. This one is just very badly written. I'm guessing that you lose points for wrong answers? Is that what we're saying? The point value of a right answer is how much more than the point value of a wrong answer? Is it 80? Yeah, Jeff. Jeff says now I'm confused too. Uh-oh. See, to me, guys, though, right, okay, watch. Because C is the number of right answers and W is the number of wrong answers, this to me looks like it's the point value of each one. Yeah. In an hour, woohoo, yeah. You want B minus D. Okay. I don't know, it's just weird. Like, why are wrong answers worth an amount? One sec. I'm throwing this through chat fucking GPT, dude. I want to see if like ChatGPT gets this. Yeah, I agree it's a negative amount. Let's just see. Let's just have it go for it. ChatGPT says the answer is 45. And I don't think we're supposed to overthink this one too much. We could try throwing this. Let's through the super high one. Sometimes, yeah, if you start like thinking too hard about the question, you can like trip yourself up. I agree that but again, this is question number 10 of an SAT. So it shouldn't be that difficult. I agree it's poorly worded, and that if you're too smart, you're gonna like read into it too much. But we'll see what that one comes back with. I'm pretty sure my original answer of 45 is correct. Okay, but let's look here. Okay, so Maria, 8-ounce boxes, I'm gonna write as X. Oh, send it to me so I can see it. 20-ounce boxes is Y. Okay. 50 boxes of nails were sold. Okay, 50 boxes of nails were sold. That tells me that the number of 8-ounce boxes plus the number of 20-ounce boxes, which is Y, has to be equal to 50. One sec, let me pull this up. So they just want R minus W. They get R minus W is 20. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll try that out. I think you might be right with that. We'll check it out in a second. Oh, we don't know if 25 is the score for the right. Well, I assume since it's next to it, but okay. All right. What is it? Okay. If the total weight of the nails sold was less than 600, okay? So that means 8 times X plus 20 times Y has to be less than 600. What's the greatest number of 20-ounce boxes that could have been sold? Oh, okay. Kind of cool here. All right, so now you have 2 equations here, right? X plus Y has to add up to 50, and we need 8 times X, because this will be the ounces from the X amount of 8-ounce boxes. 20 times Y is the amount of ounces from the Y-ounce ones. Has to be less than 600. This is a systems of equations where I'm going to use substitution here to solve for Y. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to rewrite X is equal to 50 minus Y. So I took this and I rearranged this over on this side. No, sorry. I rearranged this over on this side to get X is 50 over Y. Now I'm going to plug that into here. Okay. And that's going to get me 8 times 50 minus Y plus 20Y is less than 600. Okay. Which now we can solve. So this is 400 minus 8Y plus 20Y is less than 600. So minus 8 plus 20 is 12Y minus 400 is less than 200. What's up, Ski? Divide out by 12. Divide out by 12. You know. Well, I guess we get like some... We get to like kind of guess. You get a calculator too, actually, right? So Y is less than 200 divided by 12. What's 200 divided by 12? 200 divided by 12. Less than 16.6. Okay. So I guess it has to be 16. I mean, that's the only answer that's less than 16.6. We could check to see if that's right. Okay. So if 16 of the 20-ounce boxes were sold, that means that 34 of the 8-ounce boxes would have had to been sold. And then 16 times 20 plus 34 times 8. Let's just make sure that comes out to 600. This comes to 320. And then 34 times 8 gets me 272. Well, that's not good. Oh, but we said it was less than 600. Ah, okay. So it doesn't have to be equal to 600. So that, yeah, that gives me 592, which is less than 600. So you're good. So yeah, answer here is choice A. Cool. That actually made so much sense. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, yeah, who's a, yeah. Which one did you ask, who's a? You asked, oh, statistics. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm very tired today, but the school in Taiwan will not stop teaching because of me. Yeah, I know. The world goes on. Yes, Ethan, I see yours.
No, it's not that. How long will it be until you get to Mayans? Like, how many questions are left before you get to Mayans?
30 minutes. I gotta do Shantrix's too. Yeah, 30 minutes.
Wait, which
cool?
one are you at right now? It's just at the first one?
No, I'm not on the first one.
Then which one are you on? How many more questions left?
I'm on Huza's coming up. Huza. Well, I do need to do Shantrix as well, but Huza's been waiting and has never asked a question before, so I'll do Huza's.
It's 2 more and then that's me.
Yes, probably. Yeah.
Let
me see.
To a certain... Then I'll come.
There is no Taiwan. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I hope this made sense to you, Maria. Yeah, come on by the stream. We stream 3 times a week. If you ever want to figure out when we're streaming, there's a calendar you can check out as well. Also, we have other friends that stream math and science stuff for free. They're really cool. But if you go to calendar... Oh, Shantrix is quick? Love that. Okay, then yeah, nice. If you go to here, the calendar.actual.education, this is our schedule. I'll put it in the chat for you guys. Can I put it in the chat? Yeah, there we go. There you go. That's the schedule of when we stream. So make sure to just check that out, and you can always come by and ask for questions. And we'll go through them. It's fun. All right. Not that. Least squares estimator. Oh, Jesus. What is this? This is like heavy statistics. He is DeepSeek. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna try to do yours, but we might run into some. This is what level statistics is this? Because I can teach like intro college statistics, but then sometimes it gets difficult. This is intro stuff? I don't think this is intro. Okay. All right. You have 2 observations from X is in the set of exp1 over A, and Y is from the set exp2 over A, where A is greater than 0. X and Y are independent random variables. Determine the least squares estimator of the parameter A. Okay, so here's my question. Are we saying that X is equal to e to the 1 over A? And then Y is equal to e to the 2 over A? Oh, exponential distribution. Oh, cool, Jasu. You want to come help us? Yeah. Exponential distribution. Okay. I gotta look up what the exponential distribution is. Oh, okay. This is the probability density function. That's cool. Derive the least squares. Yeah, but this is regression, is what this is. I believe, right? Okay. Yeah, this is out of my comfort zone. Yeah, because I know statistics. I can get you z-scores and all sorts of fun stuff. But then we're starting to get into like some interesting stuff here. So least squared estimators. Okay. Like what's that the term for? What is the least squares? I mean, I know what a least squared regression is. Yeah, wow, what a question. Yeah, what the hell?
Disqualified.
He says this is a standard intro stats class. I don't think it is. I mean, I know what the method of least squares is, but you want me to do it for an exponential distribution? Let's see, least squared estimator. Exponential distribution. Bro, I swear this is my first year in University of Sweden. The problem is translated. Like, dog, does it want me to come up with this? Oh, man. Yeah, no, it's okay. I'll try. Okay. I do know. Okay. The mean. Because, yeah, okay. The mean of one of these distributions is 1 over lambda. So we know this stuff about an exponential distribution. Which should help us out a little bit. So least squares is usually you're trying to minimize the difference between the values you're getting and the mean of the thing. Exactly, right, Hunter? Yeah, I agree totally. Yeah, this is not. This is like theoretical statistics. One sec. Like I might go to some ChatGPT to try to see it. Okay. Here, let's see what ChatGPT says. Maybe I can start to understand it for you a little bit, okay? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I agree with what ChatGPT is saying, at least. Okay. Least squares, right? So, least squares is you're always trying to minimize the value you're getting subtracted for the mean for that value. And what we know for the mean of an exponential distribution, that's equal to 1 over lambda. So the mean for x is equal to 1 over a, which is just equal to a. And the mean for y is equal to 1 over 2 over a, which is going to be equal to a over 2. Okay? So what we're trying to minimize... I can't do calc 2, totally. Is we're trying to do x minus a squared, right? This is the sum of squares in the x variable. This isn't the y variable. And now that you have this expression, they want us to minimize it, this is a calculus thing. When minimizing an expression, you want the derivative of that thing with respect to the variable you're minimizing to be equal to 0. So they're taking the derivative of this whole thing with respect to a, and they're setting it equal to 0. Okay? And in doing so, okay, you then get an expression that relates a, x, and y. And what that comes out to be is that a, so this is the value, a star, least squared, this is the value of a that minimizes this, is equal to 2x plus y over 2.5. Okay? I understood, like, yeah, I know how, like, a linear regression works and linear least squares. Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. The maximum likelihood estimator, I guess that is, like, expectation value, right? Which is... Oh, man. Wow, this is also cool. I've not seen this. This is almost theoretical statistics. This is not what I would say is like practical statistics. But okay. Okay, so they do the joint likelihood of X and Y, and they say, well, okay, the probability distribution of X is equal to the mean. So the expectation value of X is the mean of the X distribution times the probability of the X distribution, which is this. And then for the Y, it's this times this. So the joint likelihood is multiplying those two expectation values together, which gets you here. And then I don't know why they're doing the log likelihood, but okay. This is probably something that I haven't seen before. So now they take this expression and they look at the log of it. So, right, this is the log of two things dividing by each other, which is the log of them subtracting. Yeah, the log came out of nowhere, right? Yeah, what the hell is log likelihood? Like, what? What is this? What's log likelihood? You can post links in there, Jazz, so you should be able to. Yeah, you should be able to post links. Okay. If not, you can always join our Discord and just DM me. Okay. So once we get to here, again, differentiate with respect to A, set it equal to 0. So this goes to 0. This becomes -2 over A. And then this becomes whatever this over A squared. Cool. I guess we assume A is not equal to 0, hopefully. And, yeah. You should get here. Okay. So then that's this. Interesting. The log likelihood, I guess because this is easier to take derivatives of. And if the log is equal to 0, well, the log is 0, that's not good. Interesting. I haven't seen that before. Okay, cool. We got some notes here. Let's see what Jassy gave us. Yes, method of least squares. I agree with this. Okay, cool. So you're minimizing that minus the expectation value. Cool. That's what we got, which is the mean value. Great. Uh-huh. Wow. Okay, cool. Very cool. Yeah, check out this document, Huza, if you want to as well. One of the people in our chats. Yeah, I can definitely share the paper. One second. Let me give you the link. There you go. I hope... Yeah, I hope they allow me to send links there. Oh, on Discord? Yeah, I totally can. Are you also Huza in our Discord? You are. There you go. Cool. There you go. Nice. Okay, cool. That was a good question. I enjoyed it. I learned some things, which I like learning things. Learning things are great. Yeah. Okay, let me help out. Let me do Shantrix, and then Ethan, you're up. And then you're next. Okay. All right, let's see. Oh, this is a rates question. I know how these ones work. Cheers. Yeah, you're welcome, dude. I love these. Yeah, okay. When two ants work together, they can build an anthill in 24 minutes. When the bigger ant works alone, an anthill can build in 14 minutes, less than when the smaller ant works alone. How many minutes does this take the smaller ant to build an anthill when working alone? Yeah, this is called like joint rates, right? I always mess this one up, actually. Okay. Let's talk about like the bigger ant. So the bigger ant can do 1 ant hill in 24 minutes. Okay. And then... Wait. No. Sorry. We actually don't know that. Sorry. My bad. Okay. When the ants work together, do we add the rates here? Or do we multiply them? Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Yeah, this is what I want to see. Thank you. Yeah, this definitely helps. I just always mess this one up. Okay. They can both complete a job in 2 hours. The percentage of the job Alice does in 2 hours plus the percentage of the job Bob does in 2 hours equals 100%. Uh-huh. Yeah, this is definitely an easier question for sure. Yeah. I don't know if this really helps me out here. Yeah. This is a combined rates question. Oh, man, people gotta make things so... I need to just do a TikTok video on this one also. Small rate plus big rate equals 1 job per 20. Okay, so you do add the rates. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Okay, good. That's what I just making sure. Okay. Okay. So big plus small has to equal 1 anthill per 24 minutes. Okay. When the bigger ant works alone. So B is equal to 1 anthill. And then do we divide it by here? And it's 14 minutes less. And then it's or here's what I want to say. So I want to say time for a small ant to do 1 is equal to 1 over S. Because these are rates, right? This is like ant hills per unit time. Okay. And... sorry. B is equal to 1 per... And the amount of time he needs here is 14 less than the smaller ant. So that's 1 over S minus 14. I think this is what this is. Because that's a unit of time. You gotta be careful with like the rates. Is it just S minus 14? Is it, Endar? Because I'm saying these are rates. These are both rates, right? I'm just saying in terms of units, right? This is a rate. Oh, S is the time for... Yeah, oh, okay. S is the time for the small ant, which I'm saying is 1 over S, which is the rate for the small ant. Right? 1 over the rate is the time. It's the same thing in physics where, like, frequency is 1 over the period. Yeah. Okay. I think I got this. So 1 over S minus 14 plus S is equal to 1 over 24. And then you'll multiply everything through by S, I guess. But if you give me more ovens, it still takes me equal long to bake a cake. What if you invent the universe first? Okay, so I'm gonna multiply everything through by 1 over S, because I feel like that'll make things nicer. So this gets me 1 over 1 minus 14S plus 1 is equal to 1 over 24S. And then I'm gonna make this have the same denominator. Okay, so I get 2 minus 14S over 1 minus 14S equals 1 over 24S. This is kind of silly. 48S minus... What's 24 times 14? I know there's an easier way to do this, but I just want to do this intuitively for my own sanity. No, S is the rate, so 1 over S is the time. I think this might work. Let me just see. Bear with me. So what do we got? 336 S squared minus 62S plus 1 equals 0. This is a mess. I don't think it's supposed to be this hard. But maybe it works. I'm just curious. Let me plug this into Wolfram. I just want to do it. Get 2 answers. It's interesting. Oh, I see. These rate questions often assume invalid scaling of rates, hence the joke about making number of ovens, not making. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I get 1 over 6 or 1 over 56. So... So I would say that S... So the time... is equal to 6 minutes or 56 minutes. And I'm going to assume it's the 56, the bigger one, because I think otherwise the other one has to do like negative work or something. Is the answer 56 minutes? Shantrix? It is 56, but you can do it without Wolfram. Well, I just needed Wolfram for the quadratic. Have you considered that with 2 ovens you could cook it twice? Yeah. Okay. 1 over S plus 1 over S minus 14 equals 1 over 24 gets you there. I see. Does it? One sec. 1 over S minus 1. Oh, I see. But your S is the amount of time it takes, not the rate. I see. I was doing it this way with these are rates, and then times are 1 over S. I see. So you would call this. You would call this S. You would call this 1 over S, and you would call this 1 over 24. Yeah. Okay. That both works. I still feel like, though, this is a quadratic, though, no? In order to solve this? because in order for these to have like the same denominator, right, this would have to be s minus 14 minus s over s times s minus 14 is equal to 1 over 21. Yeah. I guess this goes away, but you're going to get the same thing. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, nice. I think the thing that, yeah, this was the crux for me. And then this is a physics concept, and then this, but then, right, all the algebra kind of sucks. You could also make the temperature 10 times as high to cook it 10 times faster. I don't think it works that way, dude. No. Oh, no, dude. You're going to burn your pie, Shantrix.
Oh no! Oh no! No, no! No, no, no.
All right, Ethan, come on, let's help you out. And then Equity, I'll help you out with another one after this. Or I'll help out Equity if Ethan's not here. Stream's been going decent today. I'm not losing that much.
Here.
Nice. Okay, what's up, Ethan? Let's do it. As a comp chemist, we literally crank up the heat to make things faster. Yeah. Called a catalyst.
I literally came back from the store just now, so I came here just in time.
Perfect. You came here just. I'm waiting for. One sec. I'm waiting for your document to upload. It's a very high resolution document, so let's give it a second. To the 18 viewers on Twitch, what's up, guys?
My man!
Welcome. We help people out with math and science questions. We're a nonprofit. And if you want to check out some other awesome math streamers, those are all our friends. They're really cool people. Go check them out. Okay, Ethan, let's do your question. Oh, no. Oh, dude, what? No, this is optics. I fucking hate optics, dude.
Yeah, you know it.
I hate optics.
God!
This lens is
No,
all
God,
focused on
please,
lens.
no!
I fucking hate optics. Okay.
Ignore all the working at this because the first one is all wrong.
Well, the issue with this thing is always, it's the convention. It's like what positive and negative means. And I have made a definitive YouTube video on this one. Okay, just because I myself, when teaching this, always get this wrong. So, if you haven't checked out our YouTube channel yet, we make little short videos and stuff. But if I do, right, here it is. How to finally figure out mirrors and lenses in physics. I have a 5-part, sorry. It's a 5-part series of videos on how to do it. Because it was such a long video. But okay, let me like refresh my own knowledge real quick. I do, because yeah, I do hate trying to figure all this stuff out. This stuff sucks. Okay, one sec. There's like object, optical device, mirror. It could be a mirror or it could be a lens. And then you got an image.
Which says
okay, here we go. This is the formula we're gonna use. And then we're gonna use my convention for it.
You know, I gotta also draw a diagram trying to figure it out, but that was just
yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, thin lens formula. Okay, so we have a convex lens. I need to remember what convex lens
Remember
is.
the object distance plus
I think convex is
image
negative.
is equal to 1 over 4.
We're gonna get there.
Now, what makes this formula super
But yeah, the
confusing
one thing,
is
the
figuring
one
out
thing
which
is that
directions are
the teacher gave me it in a different way.
As well as
1
knowing
over
what-
f is equivalent to 1 over v plus 1 over u, or the other way around.
Yeah, I don't want to use U and V. That is so confusing.
I mean, like, how am I supposed to understand which one is which? Which one's the
just-
image distance and which one's the object?
That's why I use I and O. Because I and O makes much more sense.
Oh, yeah, I is for image and O is for object.
Okay, right? Okay, yeah.
if it's
like,
opposite.
When I search it up on other websites,
Then
they
it's
say
negative.
1 over v.
This works for
minus
both
1 over
mirrors
u.
and lenses
it makes the
without
whole
having to
thing
memorize
confusing.
Okay, one sec.
Some say
equations
plus,
or
some say minus.
conventions for either.
I think I'm right with this, but where's like part 2? Let's go to part 2.
Light has 2 journeys.
Light has 2 journeys, right? So light can either go through or like reflect, right? Okay. Object distance is negative. Okay. Okay. I think I'm getting this. Okay.
Then the light will bounce back So images created to the left or in front of the mirror
Or
will have a
positive.
positive image distance.
Cool.
Since
Okay.
that's the same direction the light is now going.
I remember I made this video
images
for a
created
reason.
To the right or behind the mirror, these will have a negative image
If you guys want to
distance,
watch along,
since
you can
measuring in
kinda
that
go see it.
direction
It's
is
kinda cool.
opposite to where the light is going. If the optical device is a lens, then light continues to move in the same direction.
Yes.
Images created to the right of the lens will have a positive image distance. The
Yes.
left of the lens, they will have a negative image distance.
Right.
Light
Okay.
has two journeys.
Cool. Let's go to
One
part
involving
3.
The object.
Let's go to part 3.
Is that for anything that is converged?
Here we go. Okay, good. This is the key thing on whether F is positive or negative. Your Anki deck? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Because a diverging mirror looks different than a diverging lens. It's so confusing here.
Is negative. What makes this weird is that in converging, physics can sometimes suck and use words
Suck,
like
yeah.
concave and convex.
Convex, we don't
to
like these
describe
words.
The mirror or lens. The problem here is that something that is concave can be converging or diverging, depending
Yeah.
on whether it's a mirror or a lens.
Okay.
The trick is to again think of where the light is going, and remember that parallel rays of light will always bounce or bend in line with the focus. Now, for optics that are concave, I like to think of something that looks like you're going into a cave. With
Uh-huh.
concave mirrors, the light bounces back and converges to a single point.
So concave mirrors
Point
are
at the focus.
converging.
Hence why it's called a converging mirror.
Okay,
However,
nice.
with concave lenses, the light keeps passing through.
The concave lenses are diverging. Okay. So a convex lens is converging, right? Okay. Yeah, do you see how this converges, Ethan? Do you see how light goes this way and then bends to like converge at a point?
No, that's not the same question. That's a different question.
Are you talking about this one right here? Question number 2? Oh, thanks, dude.
The first one's just drawing the diagram and like
I know,
filling
but
parts.
we need all this information. All this information comes from the equation.
All right.
But gets bent in all different directions.
Yeah, I did take a lot of time
Note
to
that
make
if
these
you were to
diagrams.
draw an imaginary, this would shape the other one. Bounces off and scale.
Cool.
imaginary
Yeah, blah, 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 blah,
and
blah, blah,
length
blah.
through focus. This makes it a
Okay, but what was my conclusion here?
is what this is since that is
Yeah, imaginary
Finally,
virtue.
it is
Okay, here we go. Real images are positive. Negative images are virtual. Magnification is that. Cool. Yeah, I learned something. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool.
note
And then, one sec. I just need to remember, like,
light has two journeys.
I need
The
to
last
remember
thing
which
you have to
one.
positive. The easy
Here we go. What was it?
is whether the focal length is negative or positive. The easy way to remember this is that for anything that is converging, f is positive.
Okay. Converging F is positive. That's what it is. Okay. All right. F is positive. Okay. Here we go. Convex lens is converging. So F is positive. Okay, Ethan?
It sounds so. I'll follow your model, but yeah.
Just go watch my YouTube video, honestly, because like there's too much in this, and it all like.
You should have worked.
Well, a lot of it's memorizing. Thanks, Sam.
Well,
Almost missed out on my hydrating yesterday.
You need to like.
Yeah.
Do corrections.
Okay, well, here's what we're gonna say. Okay, so they say the distance between an object and the image of it formed by a convex lens is 100 centimeters. All right. So the object is here. Okay, object. There is some sort of convex lens. Convex looks like this, and then there is an image located somewhere
Wait,
else.
isn't that concave? Isn't that concave?
No, isn't this convex?
Oh, wait, convex is the one that converges, right? Concave is the one that diverges.
Convex lens. No, this is convex. This is convex.
Oh,
It's
like
weird,
you see
man,
how-
because like no, it's weird because yeah, no, this is convex.
like I always get I'm always getting those two mixed up. I'm like, wait, concave is the converging one, but it's actually diverging.
Well, it depends on whether it's a lens. It depends on whether it's a lens or a mirror. Because a convex lens is converging, but a convex mirror is diverging. This, yeah. I think we're only dealing with lenses so far for you, right? This is just lenses?
This is just the surface of lens, so
Okay,
there's no
fine.
in detail
No mirrors. No
explanation.
mirrors yet, right? Okay. So a concave lens is diverging. Okay. And it has to do with this, and then this one looks like
Yeah.
this. Okay?
You know that.
All right. What's
There's
up,
one thing
Ethan?
I hope for. It's like, you know how there are some long things that not everyone can memorize. They would have to like shorten it to an acronym. But they would
Yeah.
know how to use it. Like take for example the map. One time you told me it would stand up for never eat soggy waffles, north, south, east, and west.
Yeah, northeast, southwest, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to think about of a little way to figure this out, like to not mix up the two. It's like when I hear concave, I think about a cave and how it splits into different paths. It's like how
Sure.
with a concave lens, it's like it goes into different paths. It does not converge or anything.
Okay, that makes sense. Concave, caves are of different paths, so a concave lens, yeah, diverges. That's cool. I could agree with that.
I
Okay,
could say that. And concave
Distance
lenses are
object.
always one of the
distance image, and then they want us to figure out the focal length, and then they also tell us what the magnification is, which is cool. Let me
Yeah,
remember what
I don't know how
magnification
this
is. That was in part 5 of my video.
Note that
DIO.
Is it it's like negative though. It is DI over DO.
See,
It's DI over DO. Okay, cool.
I'm not saying that which one is negative because I'm just curious about the whole thing itself.
All right, DI over DO is magnification. So, cool. So DI over DO is equal to 4, is what we know, right? Yeah?
The magnification is 4.
Yes. And then we also know that the distance from the image to the object is 100 centimeters, okay? So DI plus DO, and these are absolute values. I'm going to say the absolute value of DI, because I don't care if it's negative right now.
Absolute values? What do you mean?
Well, because these are technically the object distance is negative, and then in this case, I think the image distance will be positive. It has to do with this formula here. But absolute value means we just care about the magnitude of these things. This is equal to 100
Alright.
centimeters. Okay? Good? Okay. So if DI over DO is equal to 4, that means that DI is equal to 4DO. Okay? So 4DO plus DO is equal to 100. So 5DO is equal to 100. So I say that DO is equal to 20 centimeters. And that means that DI must be equal to 80 centimeters. Okay?
Alright.
Okay. So this right here is 80 centimeters. This right here is 20 centimeters.
That's what you use to find the magnification, right? 80 over 20.
Yes. And then
I don't-
if we want the focal length, here's what you got to do. So you have
gotta
to
put
say
those numbers, right?
1 over, well, it's 1 over negative
over F.
20. It's 1 over negative 20. Object distance is negative in this case because the light wants to go this way, but we're measuring the object distance this way, so they're opposite to each other. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. What's up? Yeah, this one always, like, dude, this stuff always messes with me, bro. Lenses and mirrors, like, are, I hate optics. I do. And I worked in a
I
laser
literally
lab in
hate-
undergrad.
I literally hate optics as well. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
No.
I wanna. If like they say that the image is virtual, it's negative.
Optics make
right?
me sad.
If the image is virtual, it's negative, right? All the time, right?
We'll get to that. We haven't gotten to real or negative yet. Okay. All right, negative 1 over 20 plus 1 over 80 equals 1 over F. Okay. So this is negative 4 over 80 plus 1 over 80 is equal to 1 over F.
Wait. What? Where'd you just get that from? Did you just multiply it by the 4? Or
Well, I know the object distance is 20, right?
no, like the fractions just now. multiply the 1 over negative 20.
Oh, yeah, I just multiply the top and bottom by 4 here.
Alright.
So this gets me negative 3 over 80 is equal to 1 over f. So f is equal to negative 80 over 3, but I thought I wanted f to be positive.
To be honest, it's like, I always see when I want to struggle in this.
Yeah, the object distance is not 100.
Wait, what?
We can also do this. One second. Let me get, there's a beautiful like thing for this. What is it? Like optics, applet. Yeah, is this it? Oh, I mean, this looks really weird. We want a lens, though, right? Ideal lens. Can I click on these? Lens. There we go. Cool. Here's what we're gonna do. This is cool. You can like move things around. Look at this. It's actually kind of fun. How well would I do in Math Olympiads? I don't know. Dude, where's the... Why do they put these things in all weird... Index of refraction? Like, what? I don't need that. That's like too much. One sec. There's an easier one for this. Is this the one I like? One of these I'm like really happy with. Okay, yeah, cool. Lens. Oh, and then I have to set what the focal length is. Can I do that? Uh-huh.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. So we can move things. So, we said the object distance was 20, right?
Yeah.
Here, there's the object being 20. All right, now we need to like change the focal length. Okay. Uh-huh. So yeah, the focal length is going to be something around 16.3.
Isn't that the same thing as what you had 80 over 3?
I did have 80 over 3, which is literally... It's not actually that. It's... What's 80 over 3?
It's got to be 6... It's like 60.
It's 26. 26.67.
What?
Yeah.
It's
Can't you just set the image length? Can you in this thing? I don't know if you can.
the focal length.
Also, what was the magnification? It was a factor of 4, right?
It was 4.
Yeah. No, they don't let me, like, actually change the numbers here. Would have been so nice.
Hey, so are we stuck?
No, we're not stuck. I just need like a slightly better simulator. Oh, I think this is the one I want. One sec. Light. And then it's lens simulation. Yeah, here we go. Okay. And then I'm going to change things. Uh-huh. Yeah, you can move things. Oh, this is cool. I remember this. So we can make the object... Where was the object? It was 20? Oh, well, we can't really...
20 seconds.
Oh, can't, like, set it, unfortunately. That's annoying. It's like too big for this. Whatever. Okay. I think we're correct here. I think it says 26.6. But you had this, right? You said f was equal to negative 80, and then it.
Nah.
Oh no, f is equal to negative 80 over 3.
See?
Why does he have f over 12?
To be honest, it's like, oh no, wait. I think that's referring to the third one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, so here's your issue here, right? Instead of 100 and negative 400, you need it to be 80 and 20, or 80 and 20. This one needs to be 80, this one needs to be 20, and then this one needs to be negative 20, I believe.
Alright.
Yeah.
And, like, okay, the third question is a lot more easier for me because I just applied the lens for mine. I just went wrong with, like, one step. Where did I go wrong? I know it's just the answer, but it's like, did I mix up something or what?
Okay, an ant is 5 centimeters in front of a convex lens of focal length 12. State the nature of the image form and determine its position. So convex is convex is still converging,
Yes.
right?
It says if the lens is in part A, it's replaced by a concave. See? If it's going to be replaced with concave now.
Do this by equation. Yeah. So the focal length changes. So instead of the focal length being positive 12, it becomes negative 12.
Yeah. Right. That is where it went.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. So you mean to tell me the whole thing messed up because I did not put 12 as negative?
Yeah. So what changes is the focal length then becomes negative if you go to a concave one. That's all you gotta do. Which, wait, you did change it here, Ethan. Ethan, look, you had this and then you had this. But I don't think this one changes to negative as well. These stay positive. Yeah.
So wait, hold on. I think it's like I think I was focusing on the concave one.
Yeah, the concave one's here. And you have to change this to negative.
Yeah. So yes, the left is convex. The right one's concave.
That's fine.
So what was it that I messed up?
You made this negative. This should not be negative.
And why did I get both answers wrong? What?
Oh, you need a number for this, right? So you have 1 over 12 is equal to 1 over 5 plus 1 over something, right? 1 over u. Oh, you solved for it. Wait, why does he not like that? Why do you get rid of that?
Because I think that's supposed to be the 5. I think u is supposed to be 5.
Oh. Yeah, I think he uses u is equal to the object, and v is equal to the image.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're supposed to switch those. I thought object distance is negative for a lens. Yeah.
So all I had to do was just switch it and then what?
Yeah, just switch it there. That's okay.
And I still get the same answer, and I don't even know how that's wrong.
No, because I think this one needs to be negative, and then this one needs to be positive. Well, no.
That's my answer. See?
I think this one needs to be negative.
So it has to be 1 over f plus is equal. It has to be 1 over f is equivalent to 1 over b minus 1 over u now.
Yeah, it's I hate the conventions for this. These things confuse me so much, man.
I hate optical lens in a whole.
Yeah, I just hate lenses, just because of this bullshit, dude.
Okay. You know, I thought a moment of a force was the worst one. No, the lens is the worst.
No, forces are great. I just hate optics because it's memorizing, because it's taught differently. Do you see here? Do you see how this is 1 over f equals 1 over v minus 1 over u?
But then the other side would say 1 over v plus 1 over u. Which
I
one am
know.
following?
Because it changes. This is why I hate lenses, because they change it based on what's happening. Okay.
Goodness
I
gracious.
agree that object distance is always negative. But is it 1 over f minus 1 over u?
No,
yeah.
they say 1 over f. It's
1
1
sec.
over f is equivalent to 1 over v plus 1 over u. That's even my physics teacher said that. Even your own video would say that.
Mm-hmm. Let me see.
See?
Yeah, I have object and images adding to each other. I thought I had this right for sure. But then I think I say that object distance is always negative.
As well as knowing what the numbers mean when determining if an image is real, or
Mhm.
correction right is then it's negative. This works for both mirrors to memorize different equations. Light has 2 journeys, one involving the object.
Yeah, if the object's on the left side, it's always taken as negative.
Let's focus on the optical device. The direction we measure to the object is opposite to the object distance is always negative.
Yeah, object distance is always negative.
Alright.
But then I think my original equation is wrong
The
then.
second phase creates the back. We'll have the same direction the light is now going. But these will have a negative image in the same direction that it started. So for images created to the left of the lens, they will. Do you hate trying to figure out mirrors and lenses?
Yeah. You know, hyperphysics has this too. Where is it under?
That just makes me question if I should continue my path in physics. Like,
No, it's okay, dude. I have a
I even
PhD in physics and I hate this stuff. You're okay, dude.
what if I should? What if I like? What if I?
You don't
what if
have to
I
do
get-
optics. You don't have to do optics in physics. You just have to like learn this one thing and then it's fine.
Alright, What if I went into quantum physics though?
Quantum physics would not care about this.
Okay, good. Well, what about other physics, like particle physics, astrophysics? Like, what about all of those? They will not care about lenses, right?
They don't care about lenses. A lot of them don't.
So then why are we learning lenses in the first place then?
It's just one of
It's
these
not
things
even
you
a
have.
hard-
It's just one of these things you have to learn, dude. Unfortunately, it's the power. Yeah, it's this sign convention. I hate this. Yeah, here you go. Object distance is normally negative. Okay.
So it's 1 over f is equivalent to 1 over v minus 1 over u, right?
1 over u plus 1 over v is equal to 1 over f. Yeah.
So okay then, it's plus.
Uh-huh.
I might just straight up ask ChatGPT about this then.
Yeah, I think you can do this. Here, this was 80. 20. There's like something you can do this.
Hopefully they have websites for this stuff.
Can't you like solve this? I feel like this does stuff. Does this not solve it? Hmm. 1 over I minus 1 over O. Yeah. Okay, whatever. No. No, it says enter and then click the quantity you wish to calculate in the active formula. I think you click on it and it does it. I think you have to like put numbers in. Yeah, so you have to put a lens power in.
Oh
And,
gosh.
and then it'll get it. You see, yeah, it's actually pretty cool. But I don't know what the lens power is. What is lens power? Reciprocal of the focal length. Well, let's just see this. Here, okay. So, we said the focal length was 80 over 3. Oh, it doesn't like that. 1 second. 26.67. Here. So, 26.67. The object distance was located 20 centimeters away. The image was 80. Why won't it solve for
I never
this?
teach for school.
I'm just curious why it doesn't solve this.
Diopters? When was diopters a thing?
Don't worry about diopters. Okay, whatever. All right, I gotta go, Ethan, pretty soon. So
Yeah, just don't even focus on lens anymore. I hate
Yeah.
lens in the hole.
yeah, fuck lenses, dude. Equity, what's up?
It's like,
Equity, do you need still need help? Equity on question? Sorry, Equity.
there is one thing I want to ask though.
What's up?
There were other components of this test that not even I have an answer to. Not even ChatGPT gave me the right answer. And I was wondering if you could say it. Don't worry, it's multiple choice. Not really worded as in numbers. It's
Okay.
just a statement and solution.
Yeah, you can post multiple choice stuff. That's fine.
Okay. Will you still be able to at least quickly try to solve it? It's just picking one out of the 4 options.
Let me see if yeah. Equity, what's up? Do you still want me to do one of your questions, Equity?
I'll post,
Then I gotta
I'll
run.
post it.
You posted it? Let me see.
I know. I said I will post it soon. Like, let me just,
Oh, post
just
it
give me
soon
a
then.
couple of minutes.
Nice.
Actually, wait. I just realized something. Can I ask you a question really quick?
Yeah, you can always ask me a question. What's up?
Okay. Well. Okay. Let's say you make a mistake and you cannot fix it. Like, no matter what you do, the mistake's already been done, and you
Yeah.
can do nothing about it. What would you do? What would you do?
I would learn from my mistake and move forward. Yeah. I
So,
say like
is it gonna
if-
saying you will just move on and not and just try to forget about the mistake, right?
yeah. I mean, don't dwell too much. And again, I also say that mistakes aren't mistakes unless you do them twice. You know, you have to do things wrong before you can do things right. So making a quote unquote mistake is all part of life. It's totally cool. But if you do it again
then-
and you don't learn from that mistake, then that's actually a mistake. Then you fucked up.
Okay, well, hear me out. It's like, what if someone were to remind you of that same event a week after it had already happened? Would you be annoyed or what?
I would be a little bit annoyed, but maybe I'd like stop talking to that person, you know. So everyone should get married twice.
Disqualified.
Well, if it's to a different person, then yes. If it's a different person, then yes.
Yeah.
But hear me out. The thing is that if you know me, if you have not known it so much, but if you remember the woman that I used to date,
Yes.
she kind of, it's like, okay, I had no idea about this, but she did not want me talking about her at my school, alright? I was on this retreat and we could share some personal things, so I decided to include her in it and kind of mention her. But yes, I did kind of mess up, and a week later, someone told her about it. I had to get a little scolding, which yes, I do deserve. I am not going to lie. But then it's like a week later when we are talking, she mentions the thing on a random Sunday morning, like as if I did not already hear it. It's like at this point, I'm starting to get a little annoyed now because why are you still mentioning this even though it had already happened? I learned my lesson from the first time.
Yeah. People just like to repeat themselves, unfortunately.
It's like that's what I
Oh, it's the
that's what I
algorithm
used to
one.
be like, you know. I literally would dwell on the past for long periods of time. Now I don't even do that anymore.
That's good.
And I'm
Yeah, move
questioning
forward.
if I'm even right for scolding her for telling her to forget about the thing, or she's right to
Well,
bring it up
no,
again.
no, don't try to tell women to forget things. That's a mistake. You're gonna mess up there.
Disqualified.
All right, let me try the
Wait,
algorithm.
wait, don't tell her to forget about it. What?
Don't try to tell girls to forget things. They always remember.
Well, that's their problem. I'm not here to like
Well,
spoon feed a woman.
Yeah. Well, it's okay.
I've done that.
Yeah. Well, just people in
done that
general. People in general, not even just women specific. If people keep bringing up like mistakes you made, just stop talking to them. It's okay. Women
All
can't
right.
forget things, not even things that didn't happen. Lol. Let me see. Cosmos has a question. Which of the following best classifies the graph to the right? Undirected, weighted, and acyclic. What class is this for, dog? This looks like a CS class or something, Cosmos, yeah? I think it's definitely weighted, right? Doesn't this seems to be this to me looks like there's some weighting to it. Oh, it's high school computer science. Oh, that's cool. Is it cyclic? I think it's something cyclic if you can get back to your original path. Which I don't think you can. I'm trying to look, like, if I go from D... no. Like, I can't get back to it. No cycles, yeah. So I think it's acyclic. I agree with that. So this is wrong. I believe it's weighted. I believe these are weights. And I do believe it's directed, because we have directions on things. Yeah, so I believe the answer is D here. I agree with that. Which of the following algorithms are guaranteed to produce the shortest path between two specific nodes in the graph to the right? Wow. Well, that one I don't know. But we can try to use ChatGPT to solve it. Yeah, I see that it's acyclic. Let's see this. Here, let's ask ChatGPT. Solve this question given that the path is acyclic, weighted, and directed. Yeah, see, I don't even... This is where, like, I don't know those names, right? So here we go. Dijkstra's algorithm works for graphs with non-negative weights. And did we see negative weights here? We did. Okay, so Dijkstra doesn't work. Negative weights and works in general directed graphs. So Bellman-Ford seems okay. Doesn't handle negative cycles, but this is acyclic. So B and C, I guess. Yeah, right? Both of these. That's cool. I didn't know that. I mean, that's just some interesting, like, facts things about algorithms. It's cool that you're learning that. What is the shortest path between the node labeled A and the node labeled J on the graph on the right? Okay, so we're going from here to here. Is shortest, like, you add the numbers? Because I see 2, then 5, then 1, then 12. So what's that? 7, 8, 20? I see 20. 20 works so far. Cool. Let's see if we can get less. So 8 to 3, which is 11. 16, 21. No. 8 to 3, 11. 13. 15, 20 still. Use the -1, he says. Okay. So you say go this way. B, D, F. Oh, nice. I see. So 8 to -1 gets you 7. 7 to 2 gets you 9. 14, 19. Ooh, I like that. Eight -1 to 2. I agree. Yeah. Because 8 to 3 to... Yeah, because -1 and 2 is a net gain of 1. This is a net gain of 3. Don't take the 5. Take the 2, too. Oh, okay. Well, we can do that, too. 8, 7, 9. Oh, I see. So instead of taking the 5, take the 2 and the 2, which is 4. Okay, that's cool. 7, 9, 11, 13, 5. Ooh, 18. Wow. That's even cooler, Kropik. Yeah, thanks, man. This is cool. I like this. This is like... You could also do this by computing the minimum distance to each node. Oh, and what? You just see, like, which one is... Well, the minimum... Well... I think that would take a lot of time. But okay. Cool. Yeah, answer is 18. Sorry, Cosmos. I didn't see yours in the... But I see it now. I saw the submission. I appreciate you sticking around. Always, yeah, feel free to, like, bug me in the chat if I haven't, like, gone over your question yet. Please. Boom, boom. Are you in our Discord, Cosmos? I think you are, right? Was it Cosmic? No? Gotta give you a point, Ethan. Cool. That's a fun question. I like, that was fun. Yeah, did you post your question? I gotta go soon, so post it. You're Arthur of Rivia. Okay, Arthur.
Well done. Hold on.
You are in our Discord.
I'm trying to get...
You have a bond coin, Arthur. Good job. Singular.
Like I'm trying to send the question to my email, but there's some little error.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'm still going to get it.
All right, go get it quick, cause I have to go to a meeting soon. My PhD's interesting. Appreciate that. Thanks, man. Yeah, it was a fun time in my life. I was working on like
how long
fusion
you
stuff.
go?
What?
How long will it be? How long will it be until you go?
I have to go in like the next
5 minutes?
3 minutes, like soon.
Man, this question takes forever. Like this image takes forever to
Why don't you
upload
just
to my
take? Why don't you
email.
just take a picture with your phone and then just upload it? Just
Yes.
faster.
Yes, I'm trying. My phone does not have Discord. I switched to a new phone.
Oh, okay. Then use the website. There's a website we have now. You know that, right?
Website. Well, yeah, I know there's a website, but I don't remember how to get into it. So
Here. It's actualdiscord.com/submit. Well, I spelled that wrong.
/submit.
/submit. Yeah, just go to actualdiscord.com/submit. Kropik
Submit
says,
a request or something like that.
yes, /submit. Kropik says, what do you do now? I teach physics at UCLA. I run this nonprofit, and I also tutor kids privately. I used to throw a lot of desert raves. I like to DJ. I make clothing. I made this clothing. I do a lot of things. Life's fun.
Oh, the thing's not really sending in. Yeah. Let me see the little link. It's
.com/submit.
/submit. I
/submit.
put it on my phone.
Yeah.
I put it on my phone, but it's like, which website am I going? Actual Discord or?
Actualdiscord.com/submit. That's all you gotta type in, dude.
I literally typed it in on my phone.
Okay, there's the link. Just click it.
There's a link.
Just click on that link. I'm a cool person? Oh, man, I appreciate that, dude. Says I'm a cool person.
Okay.
Thanks, Kropik. You're pretty cool, too. Thanks for coming by the live stream. We do these 3 times a week. If you ever want to, like, ask questions or help other people out, you know, we have kids always asking questions, and I need other experts to weigh in, for sure. What's up, P127?
Good job.
We had some fun questions today. We had some questions on computer science algorithms. This one I was going to wait till Equity got back. This was optics. I hate optics. I tutored myself already, so I got enough of that.
I think I got my questions up.
I don't see it. Did it say it's submitted? Did it say successfully submitted?
Not you, sir. I mean, like, it got into my email, so now I'm sending.
Oh, okay. All right.
No
Cool.
screenshots.
You had a school concert
I love
today.
it.
That's cool, P127. What do you play in your school concert? I play the cello. Yeah, and then we started with this. We started with like some physics questions. And then violin, nice.
Alright.
How long you been playing P127?
Alright, see, I posted them.
Okay,
It's just
cool.
quick multiple choice questions. I want to ensure that I get it right.
He says quick multiple choice questions.
It's not lots of figures. No lots of figures. Just straight up wording.
7 years now, nice. Yeah.
It's only the ones that are wrong. It's the ones that I got wrong. The ones that are blank, I was correct in those.
Okay. Okay. For the image formed by a convex lens to be real, the object must be placed.
Exactly where?
See, I don't know these off the top of my head.
You
Maybe we could do this.
copy and paste.
Here, convex lens.
Convex, it said here.
Okay. So for it to be a convex lens, it has to be outside the focus.
Outside the focus? What do you mean outside the focus? Like,
It has to be placed further. Do you see this little simulation here? Do you see how it says
Yeah.
like real image here? And it says virtual image.
Yeah.
So for a convex lens, A real image needs to be outside the focus, so greater than the focus.
So it has to be further, which is C.
Yes.
Wait, no,
C.
wait, what?
Yeah, C.
Did you just like do like a the answer like near the number, like just
Yeah.
draw out the letter C.
C.
At which point, will the parallel beam converge? Okay.
The other girl, your mic just went a little distant, but
It's well, my mic did go. Why did my mic just get so quiet? What the hell?
I can't hear you too well. What? You're something with your mic? What?
One sec. There we go. Mic better now? Yeah?
Yep, much better, and
Okay.
I think more audible.
All right. So, if something's going through the center, it's going to do this. Okay?
Yeah, I had no idea until I realized. It's straight
If
up C.
something goes through here,
None of the points are.
I think it's going to do like this. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, I see it. So it's D.
I think it's D. I know this for
It
sure
is
goes
D.
to D. So these ones must also go to D.
Alright,
Okay.
alright.
D.
Is there anything else that's lower? Or oh well. Yeah. What is it? Is it C from the from the it says right up there, the question's 10 to 12 line.
Mm-hmm.
Is it I think it's C. Is it C for 12?
You have to get the magnification, which is image over object distance. So you have to first... Okay, well, if the magnification is 0.67, then the height of that is 2 times 0.67.
It is 0.6.
So that should be 1.3. This should also be C.
Oh, okay, cool. Alright.
You just take magnification, you multiply it by height.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, that answers that. What about this side? There's only 2 questions that are wrong. 16, I really have no idea what that is. I think 13.
Which of the
14 's
following
D, right?
incident rays directed towards a converging lens will refract to point P?
I think it's D.
It's definitely not C, because C comes in and will hit the focal.
I thought it was
I
that.
think it's
literally
D.
thought
I think it's D as well.
Yeah, I thought it was C because it's like if it hits the focal, then it's obviously the correct answer. Since
Well,
that's
the
what
focal
we
point's
did.
here though. We want it to hit point P, not the focal.
All right. Well, that all right. What about 16?
I think that's D.
Because this one I genuinely.
Amoka and her
kinda
friend
was
view
16.
the image of a book in a plane vertical mirror from 2 different points in a room. Which of the following does the position of the image depend on?
It's not C. Even ChatGPT said so, but it's not C.
It definitely depends on the angle.
So is it 1 and 2?
Maybe it's not C though.
No. Like even ChatGPT said it was C, but the teacher says it's wrong.
I think the teacher's wrong,
D
but
is like-
if not, then I think it's B.
Yeah, I mean like
See you,
I
Reki.
literally
What
think
you
C
do?
is the only option. Because it's like tree does not matter.
Reki, did you ask
The
a
tree
question?
does the-
Sorry, did I skip your question, Reki? No, I don't think so. We did yours. Okay, good. Okay, cool. All right, I think that's good. Yeah, good, Ethan. Yeah.
So 16 is either B or C, right? Wait,
Yeah.
which one do you think it is?
I think it's C, but I guess it's B.
Alright. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, could you send me the screenshot of that and that's it? Wait. Just a screenshot and that's it. And that's all I'm doing with this test because I am not going to have a headache with this.
There you go, Ethan. Okay, cool. Let's close the stream.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for coming to office hours today. Appreciate all the questions we asked and we answered and you guys asked. Really fun. Make sure to come by the stream tomorrow. We're going to start an hour later. That's going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. You can find us here. Yeah, come on by. Math, science questions. We'll help them out. I got to teach tomorrow at UCLA, so I'm going to be pretty tired. Good to see P127. All right, we're going to go raid somebody. Let's go raid somebody. Ooh, math happens. Wow. Or physics and depression. Ooh. Hey, Ethan, if you want to go ask this guy about like optics questions, please, yeah, go for it.
No. I don't want to deal with optics.
You don't want to ask him about optics questions? Oh, good to see you, Zach.
I don't care about no optics now. I'm going to ask a different teacher who actually knows a little bit about optics. Later.
Okay. Here, you guys want to go learn AP Calculus? Go learn AP Calculus. We got this cool person. This cool guy's doing limits and stuff. Go have some fun with him. Okay. Otherwise, yeah. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. We will see you guys. Or you want to go raid physics and depression? We can go do that. One second. Let me go raid. I do like physics and depression. Why can't I raid people now? Excuse me. One sec. I love physics and depression too. I'm glad he's not depressed anymore. Physics and less depression. Yes. No, it's okay. We'll go raid him. Yes. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. We will see you tomorrow. Peace out.